Let's go to Newsweek senior foreign policy writer Tom O'Connor. Tom, always great to see you. I mean, this is realpolitik writ large. These countries, Lebanon is still technically at war with Israel, and Lebanon doesn't recognize Israel. UN troops are patrolling the border. So clearly, the hydrocarbons have made a big difference. How is it possible that they've come to this deal?
Well, I just got off the phone with senior administration officials here in the U.S., and, they're hailing this as an historic agreement. At the same time, they are tempering expectations here. They say there will be more difficult moments ahead, even with just implementing this deal. And of course, both sides, both the Israelis and Lebanese, are quick to say this has nothing to do with normalization, with peace, not even demarcation of the land border, of course, as you mentioned earlier on the program, which remains disputed. So, the significance in the short term right here is if we look at the energy market right now and the state of flux it's in, for Israel, a country that does have access to hydrocarbons, this is something that could prove important for its connections to Europe, especially now with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and recent decision by OPEC to slash production. And for Lebanon, this could be key for helping to resolve its ongoing economic crisis, which has only spiraled worse and worse. So there are immediate interests for both sides here to get together.
Yeah, I mean, presumably, Lebanon especially may need some external assistance to set up the infrastructure that's required to drill and research and to extract those hydrocarbons. This could be a medium to a longer term project. But as you say, with the country in a crippling economic crisis, possibly future revenues may encourage international investment. So this could be critical for Lebanon's economy, let alone the security issues.
Absolutely, and the paralysis in Lebanon has been one of the key factors in stopping any sort of progress. Even if these are projects that could take years at a time, there needs to be a first step, and this does seem to be a first step. Now, of course, part of the concern here is the opposition, not just in Lebanon with groups such as Hezbollah, and I've been in touch with Hezbollah representatives. They're not giving any statements right now. It's expected that Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah will speak on this, but also there is opposition in Israel as well, and there needs to be ratification on both sides, and then even more importantly, implementation on both sides. And of course, that comes amid a very fraught political environment in both countries.
Yeah, well, you would surely hope that after this agreement, despite the continuing multiple disputes between the nations, it can only help towards some sort of rapprochement, surely.
Well, I think that it's a little premature to talk about any further diplomatic measures right now. I think that it's a wait and see right now to see how this plays out. I think it's certainly positive, most of all because it averts any sort of immediate conflict or crisis, at least it seems so. Of course, there had been very overt threats taking place regarding Israel's gas exploration in the Mediterranean. So I think that in the short term, there is hopefully an immediate positive gain here. But of course, it remains to be seen exactly how far both parties can come together to actually do this. I mean, to see both parties, even if they have international or external forces, or personnel working in the fields, I mean, to come this close into contact with an agreement is somewhat unprecedented. So I'd say that we should be hopeful that this has taken place. The White House and senior administration officials are hopeful. And in the short term, so are the governments of Israel and Lebanon, something that is very rare.
Tom O'Connor, thank you so much indeed, Tom. Take care.
Thank you.